What is going on YouTube? Today we got some really exciting news about a new live action Initial D movie being directed by a Fast and Furious actor. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one, so without further ado, let's get into it. Fast and Furious star directing new live action Initial D movie. The actor turned director is creating a fun, big budget take on the fan favorite franchise. Ever since his turn as Han in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, actor Sung Kang has become a figurehead of car culture. From his car collection to his Car Stories podcast to his SEMA builds, Kang is all about that Fast and Furious life. Now Kang is looking to combine his love of cars with his Hollywood experience to bring a live action version of the Japanese manga classic Initial D to American theaters. Depending on when you were born, you're either very familiar with Initial D or have no idea what we're talking about. For those in the latter group, here's a quick primer. Initial D is about a slightly apathetic teenager named Takumi Fujiwara who is unwittingly trained to be an expert driver by his ex-street racer father. Takumi's dad exposes him to driving at a young age by making him drive their AE86 Toyota Corolla to make deliveries for their family's tofu shop. We know it sounds weird, but trust us when we tell you that Initial D has a huge fan base. It's also a major reason why the AE86 Corolla is so popular today and a catalyst for Toyota giving the green light to that Corolla's spiritual successor, the GR86. During an interview with South China Morning Post, Kang confirmed that he is going to direct the live-action adaptation. Quote, "It's about cars and drifting and cool things like that," Kang said. "Almost a Rocky or Karate Kid, a fun big budget movie that expresses my love affair for cars." Kang later revealed on his podcast that he has tapped none other than Akira Nakai of RWB to build the quote hero AE86 Corolla that will be featured in the film. If Kang's film gets the green light, it will be the second time Initial D has been adapted to live action. The first live action version was released in 2005 exclusively in Asian markets. We're curious to see if Kang can get his version off the ground and what his twist on the story will be. And yeah, that's pretty much all for this article regarding the news. So this is pretty exciting because, you know, obviously if you guys couldn't tell, I am a huge Initial D fan. I know damn well we're gonna get some Eurobeat on the track for that movie. Oh, I'm so excited. I think Initial D is one of those that could work pretty well as a live action, you know, movie or franchise, because I feel like, you know, even though there is certain things that make the anime, you know, what it is and amazing and stuff, at the end of the day, it is still mostly about car racing, and I feel like that is something that has translated into live action pretty well already, you know, with big franchises like Fast and Furious. And, you know, it's really cool to see Kang be interested in making an Initial D movie, because while there is an Initial D live action already, like it said in the article, you know, it was only released to the Asian markets, and eventually I will get around to watching that and reviewing that, but I'm more interested in a Hollywood version of an Initial D movie. I feel like, especially coming from someone that's been on the Fast and Furious movies and that knows a lot about cars, I feel like this could be something like really cool, you know? And as long as his vision is there and in the same vein of, you know, the Initial D creators' vision, I feel like this could honestly be really cool. Like, now that I'm starting to actually imagine it and vision it, I feel like this could be like a perfect movie. Oh, I gotta rewatch those first few seasons of Initial D because I love those so much. But yeah, I really think this could go really well. Now, it says it wasn't greenlit, so I guess that means it hasn't been confirmed, which is kind of weird, because why would you make an article about it happening if it's not actually greenlit? But I guess, you know, the pitch meeting went so well and stirred up so much craze that, you know, rumors are just flying out the wazoo. But yeah, I guess for, you know, my own sake, it does say it wasn't greenlit, so for now I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But I think this would be really awesome and really cool if it does happen. And yeah, I mean, this guy seems like, you know, a pretty good candidate to do it, to direct it, you know? He obviously has a lot of interest about cars, and he has the connections to, you know, get the car built and everything. Like, I'm like, yo, okay, let him do his thing, let him cook, let him cook. But yeah, and also one last thing I kind of wanted to mention, that I think it's funny how this guy who was on the Fast and Furious movies wants to direct an Initial D movie, and then we also got the director of the Fast and Furious movies directing the One Punch Man live action movie from Sony. So I just find that kind of funny how all these people that worked on Fast and Furious are now trying to get into anime live action. I think it's funny. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much all for this one. What do you guys think about an Initial D Hollywood live action movie being directed by an actor from the Fast and Furious movies? It'll be his directorial debut, in fact. Do you guys think it could work? Or do you guys think it'll end up being too much like Fast and Furious? Let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.